Hi, my name is Grace McFarland, and today I'm going to be going over horse vital signs. To begin off, I want to introduce my horse, Mac, my handler, Emily Rhodes. You always want to have a handler, if you can, when doing anything with vital signs, just in case if in the real world the horse is sick or acting sick. You don't want to be trying to do anything without anybody with you. So starting off with the horse's head, we're going to be going over the mucous membranes. The mucous membranes are indicated with the horse's gums and the conjunctiva of their eye. Starting off with the horse's head, we're going to be going over the mucous membranes. The mucous membranes are indicated with the horse's gums and the conjunctiva of their eye. The different colors that indicate sickness are fiery red, which is infection, blue or purple, which is lack of oxygen, pale, which is usually anemic or in shock, yellow, which is jaundice or a liver issue, and then if they're dry, it usually means dehydration. So next, staying with the horse's mouth, we're going to go over the capillary refill. This is a great place to try to indicate if your horse is dehydrated. So what you do is you're going to lift up the horse's gums, press your finger for 1 to 2 seconds, and then let go. And if the color comes back within 1 to 2 seconds, the horse is healthy. If it does not come back in 1 to 2 seconds or stays pale, usually means the horse is dehydrated or in shock. So next, going to the horse's neck area, we're going to look at the pulse. The normal rate for a pulse is 32 to 44 beats per minute. It's usually found in their maxillary artery under their jaw. Also, you can check their pulse, but this is a little bit more difficult to find, at the radial artery in the back of their knee. You can also check at the digital artery in the bulbs of their fetlock to indicate if they have a problem in their foot, such as an abscess or a hot nail. To get their pulse, we're going to go to their maxillary artery right below the base of the jaw. I'm going to have my handler, Emily, start a timer for 15 seconds. You can either do it for 10 or 15 seconds because you want it for a minute. 10 is if the horse is in distress and you need it really fast, but 15 is going to be a lot more accurate. So I'm going to have her do it for 15 seconds for this video. I'm going to find the maxillary artery, and then I'm going to nod to my handler to start the timer. So I got 9 within 15 seconds, so 9 times 4 to equal 60 seconds is 36, which is easily in the normal range. So going down to their neck, another way to check for dehydration is a skin pinch. What you're going to do is just pinch the skin lightly and then let go. If it tenses, that means they usually are dehydrated, but if it returns to normal, it means the horse is usually not dehydrated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go usually between the scapula and the crest, just in their wide base of their neck, and just pinch for a second and then let go. As you can see, it went back to normal fairly fast. Mac is a little bit older, so you do have to take their age and condition into play. Usually when they're a little older, their skin is a little bit more pliable, and it does take an extra second. So now we're going to go over the heart rate. The heart rate is in the same number as the pulse. We're going to look at the heart rate right below their girth area, because that's the closest area to their heart. The normal rate for their heart rate is 32 to 44 beats per minute. Taking your stethoscope, you're going to place it at the girth area, and it's very faint, so you do have to hunt for it a little bit. And then I'm going to nod to my handler when I find it. So I found 9 beats within the 15 seconds. So again, you're going to multiply it by 4, which equals 36, which is the same number we had as the pulse. So now we're going to be checking their respiratory rate. This is how many breaths they take per minute. The usual normal range is 8 to 20 breaths per minute. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the lower half of their barrel, and I'm going to have Emily make a timer for 15 seconds, and you just count their breaths. You can either do it between 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or 30, whichever you want to do. If you do it for longer, it's going to be a lot more accurate, but for this video, I'm just going to do 15. So, I'm going to have Emily start it. Okay. So I got 4 breaths within that 15 seconds. 4 times 4 is 16, which is within the normal range. So now we're going to go over their gut sounds. The gut sounds is a great way to indicate if your horse is colicking or has an upset stomach. You have to listen to it in the 4 quadrants, the upper and lower left and the upper and lower right. It's necessary to do it on both sides, as the horse may just have an impaction on one side and the other side has perfectly normal sounds. So it's important that you listen on both sides. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to face their hind end, just in case if Mac were in distress. I could see that if he wanted to kick or roll down or do anything, I could kind of pay attention, trusting my handler has him at the head. And so the upper quadrant is right here, so I'm going to just put my ear. And I heard something, so that usually means it's good. And go down. And again, I heard something. You don't have to listen for very long, as long as you hear slight noise indicating that all the organs in there are working. So I'm going to go on this other side. So now going on this side, I'm going to listen in the upper and the lower. Again, I heard him in all 4 quadrants, so obviously Mac's not colicking right now. So to take their temperature, I'm going to turn my thermometer on. I'm going to shift his tail to the side, insert it into his rectum, and then place it on the side of their rectum so you're not measuring the temperature of the feces. Now I got 99.7, so Mac is in the normal range of temperature, and that indicates that he does not have an infection or fever of any kind. Thank you for joining my horse health vital signs video. I hope I was informational to you today. I would like to thank my horse Mac and my handler Emily Rhodes for helping keep me safe and helping me check on Mac today.